Have you ever heard the idea that you are like an average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with? Have you ever heard that concept before? I think 5 is an arbitrary number, but there's some truth to this, that the people that we surround ourselves with has an effect on us as a person. And it's also a reflection of us as a person as well. What kind of people do we want to spend our time around? And with that being the case, I want to show you something to do with my website that I've been working on now for 5 years since I first got into the ACT realm. And something I've been doing is trying to attract the brightest minds from a whole variety of different places and get them all in one place. And I think I've been very successful. And by the end of this video, I think you'll agree. Let's take a look at Reddit Conspiracy. Reddit Conspiracy is a forum that gets maybe a few hundred, maybe a few thousand visitors every day. I've managed to find the brightest minds from Reddit Conspiracy and bring them to my site. Let's take a look at Peace of Mindful. These are people who tend to spend most of their time talking about things like sociology, media fakery, the way that the world is today. I've managed to attract the brightest minds from Peace of Mindful to my website at johnlebon.com. Let's take a look at the YouTube Truth Movement. This is how I first got into the ACT realm, actually, about 5 or 6 years ago. And most of the people involved in that so-called Truth Movement have since disappeared. Nobody knows where they are. Nobody hears from them. They're all gone. But some of us managed to get through all of that nonsense. We're still here today, all these years later. And I've managed to attract the brightest minds from that so-called movement to my website at johnlebon.com. Let's take a look at fakeologist.com. They're all concerned about media fakery, this idea that the TV lies, that some of the events that we see, shootings and bombings and beheadings and viruses and plane disappearing, all these kinds of things are fake. I've managed to attract the best minds from fakeologist.com to my website at johnlebon.com. Let's take a look at the so-called alt-right, the poll board, these kinds of things. People who know that we're being lied to about gender, about race, about intelligence, about multiculturalism, people who know we're being lied to about all these things. I've managed to attract a large number of people who know about all of those things to my website at johnlebon.com. And then finally, Clown World. People who are aware of a lot of the things that I just spoke about before to do with Kekistan, but also just in general with society. What the hell is going on in this world? Why do those of us who still think for ourselves look around and think, these people are all losing their minds. We live in a madhouse. A lot of people are starting to realize, yeah, there's something bigger than sociological, bigger than political. There's something almost metaphysical going on. It's like we've been born into a circus or a Truman Show style reality. What the hell is going on? I've attracted a lot of people who know about all of that to my website at johnlebon.com. What I have done is attract the cream of the crop.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
The best of the best, the brightest minds, the thoughtful people, the positive people, people who don't want to sit around and feel like victims, is basically what I've managed to attract. Now, why is this important? Because in any subculture or any subculture sub-scene, such as the conspiracy Reddit, in any subculture, though, there's going to be positive people, negative people, and a whole bunch of people in the middle who are basically just there to pass time. If you can get all of the positive people together, people who know about some things, maybe don't know about others, people who are open-minded to some things, have never heard of other things, get them all together discussing different ideas, different concepts, in a nice, cohesive format. No people accusing each other of being paid shills. No accusing each other of being nefarious. No complaining about the government or about the system or pretending like they're a victim or they've got something to complain about. None of that nonsense. Get the positive, thoughtful, optimistic, hopeful, open-minded people together, and what happens? Well, I can tell you it is absolute magic. Now, I wish I could share this with everybody, but the whole point is that you can't share this with everybody. If you build something that's fantastic and make it free, you're going to attract a lot of freeloaders and negative people. That's just the nature of these things. So there is a paywall. That's to filter out the negative people and the losers. Anybody who can't afford $40 entrance fee to get in, probably a loser in life. That's just a fact of the matter. If things have gone so wrong for you in your life that you can't afford $40, you're probably a loser. I am the poorest person I know. I'm literally the poorest person I know. I live on the least amount of money on any person I know in my entire life. And I could afford $40 very easily. Very easily. In fact, I've been known to blow $40 on one night of drinking and partying, and I can afford $40. So if I can, you can. Anyone who says I can't afford 40, you're a loser, we don't need you, trust me, we're better off without you. The question is, do you value being around the cream of the crop enough to pay the $40 to get in? And that's a question that only you can answer. So in October 2019, John LeBon coming to you for johnlebon.com. Until next time, remember, no more monkey business.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
No more monkey business! No! More monkey business!
With regard to nobody died, nobody got hurt in these wars,